Dalol is a part of the Danakil Depression in the Danakil Desert, located in northeastern Ethiopia. The desert is adorned with vibrant colors like yellow, red, navy blue, and green from minerals found in the lakes, hot springs, and expansive salt flats. Temperatures in Dalol rarely drop below 50 degrees Celsius, and often reach up to 60 degrees Celsius, creating a colossal fire pit atop the volcano's mouth. The salt mines in Dalol, formed from floods near the abandoned sea overflowing into the area, where the intense desert heat quickly evaporates the floodwaters, leaving behind thick crystalline salt layers. Researchers note that these salt layers can be up to 2 meters thick. Known as white gold, the salt of Dalol holds high economic value and can be gently moved across the surface of the salt-covered lake. Mahabalipuram is one of the oldest cities in India. With stone architectural relics from the 7th and 8th centuries, this city is renowned for its temples, caves, and sculptures, attracting thousands of visitors each year. This enormous rock is one that attracts a lot of tourists to the town due to its existence against the physical law. It is named Krishna's butterball, derived from Hindu mythology. This is where Lord Krishna would come to enjoy butter, often secretly taking his mother's butter jars without being caught. The enormous rock looks the same as the butter block he dropped off. For over 1,300 years, the rock has remained in its position on the hill, tilted at a 45-degree angle. It is estimated to weigh over 250 tons, standing about 6 meters high, with a diameter of 5 meters, and has an extremely small contact area with the hillside. The governor of Madras intended to move the rock from the hillside due to concerns that it could roll down at any moment and destroy the town below. However, even when Indian people tried to move it using elephants, the rock did not budge. The ocean is always unpredictable, continually challenging our perceptions and showcasing the wonders. One such event is the meeting of freshwater and seawater, creating a fascinating sight. A typical example can be observed where the Fraser River meets the Strait of Georgia in Vancouver, Canada. The freshwater from the Fraser River has a lower salinity and a lighter density compared to the seawater of the Strait of Georgia. This difference prevents the two types of water from mixing, creating a distinct boundary. The Fraser River water carries silt and suspended particles from the land, giving it a murky brown or greenish hue. When it encounters the blue seawater, the difference in color becomes noticeable. Every great story begins with a humble start. On its journey through the earth, this drop of water picks up a tiny bit of calcium carbonate from the limestone. This is the tiny seed that sparks the formation of a stalagmite. This process happens over and over thousands of times, with each thin layer of minerals stacking up to create a tiny hollow tube. Stalagmites grow at a glacial pace, adding just about 0.1 millimeter each year. Can you imagine how old a 1 meter tall stalagmite would be? The answer reveals that these stalagmites started forming back in the Stone Age, or even earlier. So they can be as silent witnesses to Earth's ancient history. Mother Nature used her unique palette to create breathtaking beauty. Want to uncover the secrets behind? Let me spill the beans right now. It's an eyeshadow palette. Here's the truth. It's not just any eyeshadow palette. It's an enormous spectrum of colors right from nature. This salt field in Rongchen is how the Earth wears its most dazzling makeup. These colors aren't crafted by a renowned brand. They come from varying salinity and crystallization rates of each salt lake during the extraction process. These color tones are perfectly made, like how we apply an impeccable foundation. And so, we've got a salt palette that's not just a feast for the eyes, but also a boost to the region's culture and economy. Yosemite National Park is home to such breathtaking natural wonders that it makes us feel like stepping into another world. Although it's open to explore all year round, February is by far the most mesmerizing time to go. Because this is the only time to witness a unique natural spectacle, Yosemite's firefall. This optical illusion happens when the setting sun hits the waterfall at the perfect angle. For the firefall to take shape, everything has to align perfectly. A blue sky, the sun setting on the ideal spot, and a steady flow of water cascading over Horsetail Falls. Though its appearance has changed over the years, one thing remains constant: the steady stream of visitors flocking to the park to see it up close. To witness this breathtaking phenomenon for yourself, make sure to book your spot now. Nestled in the northwest of England, the Lake District National Park is a lush, radiant gem that Mother Nature has gifted us. Trust me, you won't see it all in one trip, because every corner of this land is filled with its own unique and mysterious charm. Here's an example. What you're looking at is a heart-shaped lake. It's an ancient volcanic quarry that's been around for 500 million years. This giant heart shape can only be seen from over 400 feet up when the water levels are high. Just look at that crystal clear water. It's the perfect haven to cool off during sweltering summer days. If you're crazy enough to dive into that cool blue water, I'll genuinely worry about your health. The vibrant blue hue of the water comes from the high levels of metals dissolved from the volcanic rocks in this quarry. So give it some thought before making your move. The reason why the rocks at Ringing Rocks Park in Pennsylvania produce sounds remains unclear. Many who want to pocket a ringing rock have to give up the idea, because the rocks lose their musical ability when removed from the others. This is truly one of nature's unique mysteries that deserves further protection and research. On the Prasenna and Gavia passes, an unexpected pink hue spread across the white snow, transforming the landscape into a surreal masterpiece. This phenomenon is known as watermelon snow. It occurs when algae bloom, turning patches of snow into a vibrant pinkish red. Puna Kaiki is an exquisite gem on the west coast of New Zealand's South Island. This place is embraced by majestic limestone cliffs and dense primary forests. Pancake Rocks and the blowholes are top attractions that every traveler cannot miss. Now, you might be wondering what makes Pancake Rocks and the blowholes so remarkable. The allure of Pancake Rocks lies in the striking blend of limestone layers over millions of years and sea spray vents called blowholes. It's not every day you'll see the spectacular sea sprays shooting from the blowholes. This phenomenon only happens in favorable weather and tides, keeping visitors eagerly awaiting the precious moment.
I got that one.
Pancake Rocks and blowholes have been shaped over millions of years by the relentless forces of wind, rain, and ocean waves. The cracks and crevices in the limestone, formed by this process, allowed the seawater to burst forth powerfully in face of strong waves. Despite the odds of witnessing this phenomenon, when it happens, Pancake Rocks and blowholes will definitely make you gasp in awe. Just keep in mind that the best moments in life often come to those who wait. Remember the thrill of spinning around those teacups as a kid? If you ever thought that only amusement parks offer the thrill of spinning rides, nature is here to surprise you. Today, rather than having childhood throwbacks, we're diving into a special version of the teacup ride in Shenyang, China. Are you convinced nothing is out of the ordinary? Indeed, this isn't the only graceful ice circle to form on the lake. But trust me, it's really a 1 in a billion moment in China. This ice disk usually happens in the Arctic, Scandinavia, northern Canada, while it's a marvelous scene in other places. An 80-year-old, despite a lifetime of witnessing wonders, couldn't help but exclaim, "This is a sight I've never come across before." Science discloses that the flowing water beneath a glacier generates rotational shear, causing the ice to crack and spin in mesmerizing circles. The friction along the edge of the spinning disc sculpts it into that flawless circular shape. The Dangjia Landform Geopark in China is one of the most majestic and popular travel spots in the world. The mountains and multicolored rock formations shift with the time of day, especially at sunset, earning this mesmerizing landscape the title of Rainbow Mountains. What has turned Tobermory into such a captivating destination for visitors? What sets this place apart is the crystal clear water of the Great Lakes, allowing you to see the bottom like the illusion of standing before a vast mirror. This place is like an underwater museum, preserving the 22 unfortunate shipwrecks. The cold temperatures and high clarity of the water slow down the decomposition process and limit the growth of bacteria. Due to the unique water conditions, these shipwrecks are remarkably well preserved, compared to those lying in seawater. The question arises, why are there so many shipwrecks in this area? It's all due to storms born from the perilous combination of hazardous underwater reefs and unpredictable weather. Tobermory is usually colder than Toronto, so the diving season here only lasts from May to October. If you're prepared to face the chill and are in search of an extraordinary diving experience, I guarantee Tobermory will not disappoint. Like a masterpiece of nature, Mother Nature has transformed the saltwater lakes of Maui, Hawaii into vibrant pink seas. But behind that beauty lies an important warning. The prolonged drought across many of Hawaii's islands has reduced the fresh water flowing into the lakes, causing the salt levels to rise. This environment has become the perfect breeding ground for halobacteria to thrive. This single-celled bacteria is commonly found in saltwater areas like the Great Salt Lake or the Dead Sea. Their presence is a clear sign that the salt concentration in the lake has reached alarming levels. This is a reminder of how crucial it is to protect our water sources and maintain ecological balance to safeguard natural beauty and environmental health for future generations. This winter, why not dive into the wonder of the dazzling crystal ice cave at Vatnajökull? The crystal clear beauty of the ice walls comes from the glacier shrinkage and freezing temperatures. A surprising secret for you, some of these ancient icebergs are over 1,200 years old. You're witnessing the panoramic view of the Singi Stone Forest in Madagascar, formed 200 million years ago from limestone formations. The rocks have various shapes and are extremely sharp. To witness the strangeness of the Blue Soil Hills firsthand, explorers must reach Kiltpan and then hike an additional 2 hours. The stones are covered in a blue hue due to the copper minerals eroding after reacting with the air. The stalactite bells were discovered by photographer Rino Scorbani in an underwater cave in Mexico's Yucatan. Unlike typical limestone stalactites, they grow underwater in a unique biochemical environment, with bacteria playing a key role. These stalactites grow just 2.5 centimeters each year, meaning their formation can take thousands of years. The Haiwang Nine Islands Beach has a special shade of pink. It is created from a delicate blend of sand and seashells high in calcium carbonate. Captured in July 2022, the photo Eye of the Sand Fox unveils the allure of the Kumukali Desert in Xinjiang's Bayangolan Mongol Autonomous Prefecture. With an over 4,000-meter average altitude, this desert stands as the world's highest desert. After heavy downpours, numerous lakes emerged across the desert, creating a surreal sight when viewed from above. It's incredible to see water in such an endless, parched desert, and even more breathtaking to behold a naturally formed eye like this. Thanks for joining us on this expedition. Got any cool or quirky moments that made you fascinated? Don't hesitate to share them with us. Stick around for our next thrilling adventure.